Total Rally got off to a blistering hot start from South Coast Casino on Friday the 23rd of March 2012. Dust clouds, cheering fans and the treacherously slippery gravel roads of KwaZulu Natal Central and South Coast sugarcane fields characterized the 54th edition of the season-opening Total Rally. The thousands of spectators who lined the gravel roads over the 2 days of action were rewarded with action aplenty and high-speed thrills as befitting a series as competitive as the South African Rally Championship. The opening stage of the Total Rally turned out to be even more eventful than expected, when one of the favourites was forced to retire after just 4 minutes of racing when the car caught alight and burnt out.
I'm Jamie Bailey for KulumaTv, and we're here at the first event of the 2012 Total Rally. We're out here in the sugarcanes of Skopje here at the second stage, the first stage being cancelled this morning due to an accident, and the guys have had a long day today in the hot sun, starting off this morning at South Coast Casino for a nice spectacular start for the crowds. Then of course moving their way through to Skopje. Now on stage 2 we're going to make our way down to the pits to catch up with our boys and the crew and see how the guys have done in the second stage here of the 2012 Total Rally.
Saturday morning, going into stage 7, Guy and Simon were ahead of the pack S1600 class, but mechanical failure played them again, knocking them out of the 2012 Total Rally.
And we will fly with angels on the mountains. Let the ocean wash away my pain and fear. It's alright to love without.
It's day 2 of the Total Rally here in Skopje. It's a beautiful morning, 9 o'clock, nice and early. The crowds have all pulled out to support their favourite drivers this morning, and already Guy Bottrell having a small problem blowing his gearbox this morning, but we're still out on the course supporting the rest of our boys. Matthew apparently running second now for a great result in his first rally ever. Let's take a walk back to the pit crew, have a chat to Guy and see exactly what happened to this gearbox of his. We're here at the second and final day of the Tour Total Rally 2012. This is the first event of the year, and of course it's the second day, and we're here with Guy. There's been drama, tragedy. Guy, why are we here in the pit crew and not on the track?
Well, we started off the day pretty good. We had a very, very good first section of the stage, and we developed 2 problems. We had a problem with the clutch. First of all, I think the master cylinder packed up, and then something's gone through the engine and basically put us out the race. So we've got the guys in the back here now just checking out what's gone wrong with the engine.
All right, now I know this game's quite expensive, and of course a gearbox is not going to be a cheap repair. Who's helping you with financial backing with your 2012 campaign?
Well, I'm lucky I've still got the same guys from last year. I've got Yato Tools, which have come on board big time with me again, and Liqui Moly have also decided to come back again, and we get a bit of help from Toyota, which is always great. But pretty much the same team as last year, and it's quite nice. Everyone knows each other and gets on well.
Now tell me about another young man in the rally at the moment, and of course it's your co-driver's younger brother Matthew. His first time out there in a rally car, and he's doing pretty well.
Matthew's doing excellent. It's difficult out there. The roads are very slippery, very intimidating because some of the sections are quite intense. But Matthew's doing very, very well, and he's going to get on the podium for his first event, which is great.
Or what's the story from here on?
No, the motor's damaged quite badly, so we're out.
All right, so let's get back into the bonnet over there and try to fix this cab before the next event.
Schalk van Heerden shows his class after taking Guy Bottrell to 3rd place finish in last year's Nationals, now leading Matthew Vasey-Lyle to his first race podium finish with 2nd place. While high humidity and sweltering heat attracted spectators to line the stages, the treacherously slippery sugarcane roads claimed a number of victims this year once more. The Total Rally is a punishing event where commitment in the stages is rewarded and hesitation is met with dire consequences. Contested by 32 crews in this, the first round of the 2012 South African Rally Championship, this event comprised of 16 stages over 196 kilometers of time rallying. For this year, the event organizers, the Natal Motorcycle and Car Club, NMCC, and Total South Africa, brought the sport to the people of Durban with a spectacular super special stage run in the area around the Moses Mabhida Stadium. The super special stages was run on Friday night and repeated on Saturday afternoon as the event's grand finale in front of thousands of excited fans. Guy Bottrell always takes time out to entertain and educate his sponsors and fans on what is required from a mechanical perspective to keep the car on the road. There were problems that morning for John Williams and Kobus Frey in the Sasol Ford Fiesta, who lost drive to the rear wheels and had dropped back in the standings. Jaapie van Niekerk and Gerard Sneeman in the New Africa Developments VW Polo crashed out of the event on stage 8.
Matthew, last year you sat on the sidelines watching your brother and Guy, of course, out on the rally circuit doing their thing. You couldn't sit back and watch, you had to get involved. So this year, your first time on the circuit, how are you doing out there?
We're going well. We're lying in second at the moment, I think. We're just trying to keep it on the road and not make any silly mistakes.
And how's your first rally experience treating you?
It's been good. It's quite fun. Big learning curve.
And tell me, your navigator, how's it working out with him? Are you guys working well together?
Yeah, he's very good. He's keeping me on the road and not letting me make stupid mistakes.
And your car, how's that performing? Everything tweaked nicely and well set up for you today?
Yeah, no, it's very well set up. It's handling very well and going through the corners nicely.
Right, Matthew, on to the next stage. What are your hopes for this next stage?
Just to keep it on the road and stay constant.
Right, Matthew, get your helmet back on, get into your cabbie. We'll see you out on the track.
Thanks.
Notable non-finishers included Ashley Hay-Smith and Celeste Snyders in a Castrol Ford Fiesta with persistent loss of engine power, Clint Weston and Herman Groenewald in a Reef Tankers Citroen C2 which rolled, Chart Kunradi and Kes Naidu in a Galvadip Toyota Auris also with engine trouble, and Stephanie Buerta and Angela Shields in a Team Total Toyota Run X which also rolled. After the first 3 stages of the second and final day of the total rally, Mark Cronier, Robin Houghton in the Sasol Ford Fiesta led the event by 6.4 seconds from Johnny Gemmell, Carolyn Swan in the Castrol Team Toyota Auris. Third is the factory BP VW Polo of Enzo Kuhn and Guy Hodgson, 34 seconds behind the leaders, with Charles Vulcan and Greg Godric in their Basil Reed Ford, fourth. With just 2 gravel stages and 25.4 kilometers remaining, the Castrol Team Toyota pair of Johnny Gemmell and Carolyn Swan have closed a gap to leaders Mark Cronier and Robin Houghton in the Sasol Ford Fiesta to 9.9 seconds. A distant third, over a minute behind, is Charles Vulcan and Greg Godric in the Basil Reed Ford Fiesta. Gemmell pushed Cronier all the way after losing the lead to the Ford driver after Saturday's opening 25-kilometer Ellingham stage near Scottborough, the longest stage in the rally and the one that had the biggest influence on the final outcome. At the finish, in the shadow of the Moses Mabhida Stadium near South Coast Casino, the pair had left the rest of the field in their wake, with Cronier winning 6 of the 10 stages and Gemmell 2.
Robbie, don't touch that!
Former champion Craig Trott and co-driver Robbie Coetzee won the S1600 class for 2-wheel drive cars and were 13th overall, beating closest rivals Matthew Vasey-Lyle and Schalk van Heerden in the Yato Tools Toyota Run X by 3 minutes and 53 seconds. Third were Murray Lloyd and Rolf Lehman in a VW Polo, 6 minutes and 33 seconds behind the class winners. Finishing the event in first place overall was the Ford Fiesta S2000 of Mark Cronier and Robin Houghton, followed by Johnny Gemmell and Carolyn Swan in the Toyota Auris S2000, with Charles Vulcan and Greg Godric's Ford Fiesta S2000 claiming the final position on the winner's podium. The next round of the championship is the Sasol Rally in Mpumalanga on April the 20th and April the 21st.